Hey, sorry, I was just checking out your phone. That's the Galaxy S4, right?
Yeah, I just got it.
Did your video just pop?
Three viewers. This is insanity. Go find a game. Game. These games are all bad. Let's watch one from here. It's loading really slow. Why is this not loading properly? That is obnoxious. Now I'll do this one. I'll just do the whole series maybe. Go download the replay. Miss.
LG.
Alright, hello everybody again, and welcome to the cast. I am Don Horatio, bringing you a game from the Eastern Qualifiers for the International 3 between RattleSnake Gaming and LGD Gaming. This is game number 1 of the series to determine who gets the all-the-way through ticket to the International and not just playing in the wild card match. So, should be a good one here, and well, let's jump right into the draft. Call it right off the bat, the Clockwork getting banned by LGD Gaming, and this is basically just a respect ban because Kabu of RattleSnake Gaming plays a mad good Clockwork, so getting him out of the pool already, and Lone Druid banned by RattleSnake Gaming, no surprise there. And this is a pre-6.78 patch game, so the Lone Druid is still pretty strong with the armor on the bear, not draining any health or anything like that, so more than enough reason to really take that hero out of the pool, strong enough as it is, even still with that slight nerf, or I guess you would almost call it a bug removal more than anything there. So, but Lone Druid's still a good hero, but back then, at the time of this game, it was really, really strong, so no surprise with the ban there. And as far as these two teams go, RattleSnake is kind of the up-and-coming kind of group. A lot of individually really strongly skilled players. Lanham is a bit of more of a old face in the Dota scene and has been around for a bit, but I mean, LGD is that team that is basically right there with IG and DK, kind of like the old, maybe not the old guard so much of, I like the term old guard, I can use that. I mean, they're experienced. Xiao8 is a very intelligent captain, very intelligent drafter, and likes to dictate the game, and all these players have been in the International too. I don't actually know if they were I don't think they were at International 1, I'm not 100% sure on that, but I mean, they've had a ton of experience together playing as a team. These guys have been pretty stable, swapping out long DD and DD occasionally, and other than that, they've been a very stable team lineup. At least Xiao8, Sylar, Yao have basically been that tri-core here for quite some time, so. Next two bans, we do see LGD banning out Kunkka, who's been showing up a lot recently in these qualifiers, making a huge impact, most notably in the hands of, I would say, CTY of VG Gaming, but we're not going to see Kunkka this game, and RattleSnake will ban out the Lifestealer before the first pick will go to the Shadow Demon for LGD Gaming, and a versatile score you can put anywhere, but RattleSnake take the opportunity to pick up both Batrider and Magnus, and, well, occasionally you would see that Batrider mid, but with Magnus in the pool here, looks like Magnus would probably go mid, Batrider perhaps in the jungle. That's probably the best place for him. He can go long lane, but it's not as great as strength there. If you put him in the jungle, he gets really nice and fast Tranquils, fast Blink Dagger, and pretty good levels as well if he's untouched, so yeah, but he really doesn't make an impact until he can get that Blink Dagger, so it's all about how that jungle farm does go, assuming that Batrider does go in the jungle. But Shadow Demon for LGD Gaming
5 seconds remaining.
Can be the formation of the foundation, I would say, of a nice tri-lane, either aggressive or defensive, depending on how LGD wants to run it and what sort of carry heroes they can pick up. I'd not be surprised to see the Visage here. Visage has been enormously popular so far in this tournament, but nope, it's going to be the Nyx Assassin and the Anti-Mage. Almost, I believe most of the time it will be a support Nyx Assassin, but they could potentially run it mid. We'll have to see with that. And Anti-Mage, well, he farms, and he farms some more, and that's kind of his game here. Fair bit of lockdown on the side of RattleSnake already with RP to initiate, and Batrider Lasso can also grab that Anti-Mage out and try to focus him down as well. So they already have some decent ways to deal with that. Very mobile, hard to take out Anti-Mage, but he can still be quite strong, and it all depends on whether he can get the farm he needs or not, and if LGD can survive the team fights before then as well.
5 seconds remaining.
Shadow Demon is a pretty good support with Anti-Mage, I would say, so can help him stay alive with Disruption and all of his other laning utilities and stuff like that, so should be good. And yeah, Nyx is not the best tri-lane support, so that can be a bit tougher for Anti-Mage to deal with if he needs to rely on that Nyx Assassin to survive, but we'll have to see what the tri-lanes, the lane setup of RattleSnake is before we can really get too much into how much threat that Anti-Mage will be under. Keeper of the Light will be picked up by RattleSnake, a versatile support, can go offensive or defensive once again, and Chakra Magic, quite good. So, nice solid pickup there. Rattlesnake's draft looks pretty darn good so far. 3 heroes that you would see like almost first pick, first ban in the Western scene at this time. So, nice strong start for them. First couple bans out, Darkseer from Rattlesnake and Phantom Lancer from LGD Gaming. I mean, PL doesn't see that much play, but you really don't want to see PL keep her the light unless you really feel comfortable dealing with it. And then Leshrac and Spectre will be banned out as well, so the Spectre, just another hard carry option out of the way for Rattlesnake. And yeah, LGD's can feel free to ban out those carries and remove them from the field for Rattlesnake. They can still ban something like a Luna, per se, and there's a lot of supports already off the board for Rattlesnake. Lone Druid and Lifesteal are banned by them already, and we see the Phantom Lancer and Spectre banned out by LGD, so Rattlesnake can have a limited number of options here after this last ban. We'll have to see what LGD does decide to ban out here and limit the Rattlesnake options too. But Rattlesnake banning out Darkseer, I mean, LGD does not have their long lane yet, so smart ban there. And looking at the Leshrac ban, it's just another support, potentially, or, I mean, it could be an offensive tri-lane farmer as well. Actually, an offensive tri-lane of Leshrac, Shadow Demon, Nyx Assassin could actually be really good with the farming Leshrac if they wanted to do something like that, but LGD won't have that option. And yeah, LGD taking their sweet time with this next ban, and yeah, I mean, the Leshrac ban, in retrospect, it does make sense. You could technically run that Nyx mid, and then having a Shadow Demon Leshrac combo as well in any lane is really, really strong. And Gyro will be the last carry ban from LGD Gaming, so still a Luna on the field for Rattlesnake if they want it, and Rattlesnake will ban out the Beastmaster, so I would almost call it a trademark Xiao 8 hero. He plays that hero a lot. It really fits his game directing sort of play style with the Roar, being able to just really set up ganks constantly across the map, so gonna take that out of Xiao 8's hands, and LGD still looking for potentially a mid here, and also an off lane. As far as off lane options go, I mean, there's a Windrunner still on the floor, which could be okay, I guess. Potentially not the best choice. Even something like a Weaver, maybe. I just don't really see that happening. The Visage will be picked up, so looks like it will be a laning Nyx Assassin for LGD Gaming, or at least farming somewhere. So, because Shadow Demon and Visage are both just pretty much supports. I saw a game with Visage farming, and that was really strange. It didn't really achieve that much. I don't remember what team that was, or what game it was. Rattlesnake, with their 4th pick, will take the Nature's Prophets. There's your long lane hero, and he always has that nice little thing where he can fall back to the jungle if the lane's just too hard and he can't handle it. And if the Shadow Demon and Visage are in his lane, that's really hard to deal with. And Queen of Pain will be the last pick by LGD, so there's your mid-game fight, and that'll help give Anti-Mage a bit more time as well. Those nukes will be quite strong from Queen of Pain until that Anti-Mage can get really rolling. And yeah, Queen of Pain can be sort of a backup carry if she needs to be, if the AM doesn't really find what he needs. Or more of a secondary carry, I guess is a better way to phrase it. So actually, so it's gonna be the Queen of Pain mid, so actually, this might have been the game with the farming Visage. We'll have to see, because Queen of Pain almost certainly gonna go mid. Anti-Mage can handle a solo lane, and if Shadow Demon, Nyx Assassin, and Visage go aggressive with Soul Assumption, they actually can get some kills. So the farm, not so important is denying the farm to the opponent with the tri-lane in this situation. So we'll have to see who gets the last hits. I would imagine Visage or Shadow Demon, Nyx Assassin being melee gonna have a harder time finding those right clicks onto the creeps and stuff like that. And the last pick will be Doom for Rattlesnake, and that is not a typical pickup by any means, but I mean, when you think about it, that long-term silence, pretty darn good on Anti-Mage and team fights, on Queen of Pain as well. A lot of good heroes to Doom. Nyx Assassin, a lot of really, really nice options there. So we'll have to see where they run that Doom, if he's going to be... I mean, it feels like he has to be part of the tri-lane, because Nature's Prophet and Batrider and Magnus are all kind of like solo heroes. So I'm guessing it's going to be a Doom Keep It Alight lane with Batrider in the jungle, and then Magnus mid, Prophet off lane. I have to think. I don't really see another way this can happen. But yeah, we'll see how LGD does this. I feel like with their lineup, they have to go aggressive, because they just... I mean, none of those heroes can really farm off lane that effectively. But let's go ahead and introduce our teams really quickly here. In the bottom left, on the Radiant side, for Team LGD, we have Xiao 8, the captain, on the Nyx Assassin, DD on the Shadow Demon, Yao on the Queen of Pain, is actually hitting safe lane, DDC on the Visage, and Sylar on the Anti-Mage. And well, I'll have to see where these lanes end up. Right now, Sylar is heading towards top, but using Anti-Mage in an aggressive situation, not exactly great. We'll have to see what he ends up doing. And on the Dire side, we have Luo on the farming Doom. He's not Doombringer anymore. It's just Doom. And Kabu on the Magnus, Sogum on Keeper of the Light, Lanham on the Bat Rider, and Icy on the Nature's Prophet. So Tree's heading off lane, so that's almost certainly where Prophet will end up going. And Kabu is, I believe, is actually typically the support player, but RattleSnake does rotate their roles a lot, so I don't really want to comment too much on where people will go here. It could be a support mag and maybe a bat mid. Potentially, Kabu is typically a support player, but I mean, he plays the Clockwork mid, he plays a lot of different positions. This RattleSnake team is really versatile in the laning situation. But LGD continue to try and invade a bit. Illuminate Blast will catch the message just a little bit. They do have this blocked already, and we'll have to see if what's the sentry situation over here on the side of RattleSnake. Magnus, him, Doom probably doesn't have any. There are sentries. There are no sentries on the side of RattleSnake, so this camp will be blocked for a good bit here. But
damage.
We'll have to see how RattleSnake does deal with that. And well, safe lane Queen of Pain with the DD rune. Got a nice little start here. And against Nature's Prophet, she should have a pretty good time. I mean, the Treants will be a bit annoying to deal with, but she should be able to do well here. But we do see Luo actually heading towards the enemy jungle, maybe going to try and catch out this Queen of Pain. Or maybe just mainly block a camp over here. Not really sure what his goal is over here. Maybe he's going to try and steal a creep. Yeah, he's going to devour a creep from the enemy jungle instead of from his own. So nice little maneuver there. And going to start farming the enemy jungle. So that's an interesting way to run the jungle Doom. But Xiaowei can be trying to run mid actually against Lanham. So I wasn't a touch wrong on the laning. And on the top we have a mage in an aggressive tri-lane. This is not typical in really any way. But he does have Visage and Shadow Demon, who are two of the better lane-dominating supports. And if they can give Kabu a really hard time, it looks like he's laning a safe lane Magnus with Sogum helping him out because the jungle Doom is all the way across the other side of the map. And this Doom may need to come back and help against this tri-lane at some point in time. Disruption is just really, really good. It's going to give Kabu just a really hard time getting any farm in any way. But he does have Shockwave spam. He'll probably be battle crowing to this safe lane. It's not really a typical place to battle crow to, but I mean, if Lanham can keep rune control, that'll be really nice because the battle crow will probably need to go to Magnus in this situation. Lane is pushing already, and well, his camp is warded. Not a whole lot of ways to deal with that. Sogum going to try and pull the small camp here, it looks like. And will he be successful? It looks like not quite. So, yeah, going to have a hard time getting this pull off with that camp warded, so Anime should be able to find pretty decent farm here, and Kabu should have a very hard time getting much of anything done. And yeah, he needs to constantly just be careful of the Shadow Demon disruption. There's really not a whole lot of follow-up stun after the disruption, but between Soul Assumption and Anime just bashing on you and breaking your mana, as mag that's really annoying because your mana pool is not fantastic. Shockwave is pretty low mana cost, but you want to if you need a Shockwave and Skewer to try and fight and get away, that's a fair bit of mana. And if you have Anime bonking on you, taking away some of your mana as a Magnus, that's really obnoxious. So Doom going to work. And take a quick look at the net worth. He's farming pretty well, second in farm behind the Animage, but that's basically because none of the lanes really for RattleSnake are that great. I mean, Prophet 1-on-1 against Queen of Pain, gonna have a hard time in the matchup. And you can basically tell from the last hits, 7 last hits to 4 right now between these two guys, with Queen of Pain slightly in the lead. And once he gets a few points in that Scream and in that Shadow Strike, he can do significant damage to that Nature's Prophet, and you should have a really easy time in this lane. Kabu finally getting a chance to maybe get some farm out here. DD doing a good job disrupting this small camp pull, trying to stop Sogum from pulling that into the lane. Or even stacking it, I guess is what was happening there. And Xiaowei can have a hard time against Bat Rider here. Bat Rider does have his bottle up, and we'll likely be seeing that crowed here decently soon. And we'll see what that 4-minute rune is and who does snag it. But yeah, Xiaowei doing alright, has his own bottle obviously. And as far as the farm goes between these two guys, Nyx has 10 last hits, Bat Rider has 13, and that's about as good as you can hope for. That mana burn's really annoying to deal with as Bat Rider, which makes him a little less dominant in this mid lane setup than usual, I would say. Because normally he just dominates the lane with sticky napalm and just right-click harass, forces his opponents out of lane, and they're forced to use all the bottle charges almost immediately. And, well, with mana burn you can limit the effectiveness of Lanham. His mana pool will be pretty low all the time until he can get that bottle crow really going. Looks like he's going to go head down And let's see if the rune does pop up bottom. Yes, he will get lucky, so Bat Rider will snag this DD rune. And let's see what he wants to do with this. There is a Doom down here if they want to try and maybe gank bottom, but they're not going to do it. Bat Rider's going to head right back to lane. Going to try and get that 6 before doing much of anything else. And yeah, he needs to get that mana pool back up as well. We do see DD actually running mid, boarding it up. And, well, let's see where he heads. If he goes bottom, maybe they might want to try and gank Nature's Prophet. I'm not sure if they know this Doom is here yet or not. This Courier will spot it out, actually. He'll probably see that Doom, and well, now Shadow Demon knows. Scorched Earth turn on. And yeah, Doom continuing to go to work on this farm, and well, here comes DD. He's going to try and help out bottom here a bit, and let's see what he can do, because like bottom, Sylar's having an easy time. DD able to rotate down. Kabu never has mana, and the Battlecrow is being used mid, so no real way for him to get his mana back efficiently anyway. And oh, actually, Kabu, I think he might just be dead here. He has no mana to skewer, blink, mana break. This is a very, very dead Magnus. First Blood will go down to the Soul Assumption, and this is just... laning against this is actually ridiculously difficult as a Magnus. Your mana pool is just not big enough to deal with mana break. It's really, really difficult, and you really can't get in. You don't have that mana, you can't Shockwave spam in any way, shape, or form to get those last hits. And actually, Xiaowei taking a fair bit of damage here middle. His mana pool is pretty low as well. And yeah, Lonham using that Bottle Crow. There's a bottle on here as well. Is that Magnus's bottle? No, the jungle Doom has a bottle on the Courier as well. So. And yeah, he does need that mana for consistent Devours and Scorched Earth to help him jungle just that much bit faster. And I don't know, just taking a quick look at net worth here. I mean, the Magnus is really suffering, only 814, and he really needs that early farm for Blink Dagger and those fast Arcane Boots. Otherwise, he's just not as effective in the game as you need him to be. If he gets a late start, their team fight's going to be not too tremendously brilliant. There won't be many ways to shut down that Queen of Pain in the mid game if they don't have high levels on this Magnus, allowing him to Blink Initiate. Queen of Pain will basically always get the head start on you, not the head start, the better initiate on you if you give her the chance, and she can just blow people up if she's not locked down early in the fight. So without that Blink RP, it could have a tough time. But level 6 is up on the Bat Rider, so Flaming Lasso is ready. Mana's not quite there for it, but he can start running around looking for kills soon here if he wants to. Doom has made his way back into the jungle on his own side of the map, so a bit more of a typical place to find him. And that could probably help out Kabu a little bit, just his presence being here and the fact that he could come into lane if he needs to. And yeah, he's hanging around, and yeah, Kabu just desperately needs some farm here. So I mean, you see this rotation up, and he just really needs a lot of help. Keeper Light's been spending a lot of, not Keeper Light. Where's Keeper Light? Okay, he's over here. He's spent a lot of his time stacking and trying to pull and stuff like that, and not actually helping out Kabu in the lane. He's not. I mean, the Illuminate Blast is nice, but there's really, with good vision and things like that, you really shouldn't get hit by Illuminate that much. So it's not that big of a discouragement to this lane for LGD. Which is now turned into a dual lane, which could be a bit problematic now that Doom is here. Doom, does he have his level 6? He does. So Anti-Mage really can't afford to get caught out and get Doom, but he does have a 4-man shield, so he's got a little bit of a right-click tankiness there, and a fair bit of health on him as well. He's gone for a point in stats, just for a little bit of extra tankiness and mana pool as well, so I kind of like that choice, actually. And yeah, continuing to farm away. Magic Wand should be done here. Looks like he can buy it if he wants to. And Xiaowei has his level 6 up as well. He's actually level 7, so he has Vendetta ready to go. So we could see both teams try to get a little bit more active around the map here. Any moment now, really, with Flaming Lasso and Vendetta both up, as well as the big ults on people like Doom and things like that. And Kabu, level 6 just now, so RP is now ready to go. So with the power of... It looks like actually the fight mid. Actually, Doom will go down. Looks like Shadow Demon, and there was a Vendetta used. Nope, not. It was just Shadow Demon catching him out, and the Impale as well. So, and the DD rune on the next probably helped out quite a bit there. So a second kill, the Doom does go down, and I mean he was just kind of caught out of position trying to. Was he going for the rune? Potentially, yeah, he was going for the rune. He tried to bottle that, but instead Nyx beat him to it, grabbed it, and well, Doom paid the price for that one. Looking back up the top, Sylar's got his Ring of Health going now, so I mean, starting to work his way towards that Battle Fury potentially. And yeah, he leads the way in last hits. Queen of Pain right behind him, and well, when you're farming the top lane as Radiant with an Anti-Mage, you don't really expect to lead the game in farming, but Sylar has done almost just that, only behind his teammate in the safe lane, solo Queen of Pain, who's also had a very good time of things. But she is forced to TP out by the Doom, rotating down to try and help out the Nature's Prophet. Sorry, a little bit of... Man, well, I guess the soda I just had is causing some back up here. Hopefully my voice stops being just burps. In any case, Nyx heading towards the top lane, does still have that Vendetta up if he wants to use it. Still doesn't try to do much of anything. He will head bottom, and if he can get a good pickup from this Nature's Prophet, as a Prophet player, I can tell you that Nyx is one of your worst nightmares as Prophet. You just get blown up so fast by Nyx. He's gonna go right for the Doom though, and here comes Yao with the Blink and the Screaming Pain, and the ult will blow up the Doombringer. Icy should be able to TP out of here. Impale still on cooldown, so... Well, they get another kill, and 3-0 for LGD, already off to a very nice start here, and the first Vendetta used by Xiaowei to great effect, forcing Nature's Prophet out of lane and getting a kill for the Queen of Pain. I do believe she got the kill. Yes, she did. And gonna apply some pressure to this bottom tower, top tower, sorry, and it looks like... Well, it's just bottom. I always do that. It looks like they should get this, potentially... It's gonna be really low. They can come back and finish it off. Oh, right now it looks like, so... Let's see if Prophet can get that tonight. Not quite, so Tower Gold will go to the side of LGD. So, nice little start there, 3 kills in the tower, but there are 4 top here for RattleSnake, looking to maybe get a bit of a trade here and take this top tower. With Keeper of the Light blasting those waves away, I think they should be able to get it. Are they going to try and contend this at all? There is Xiaowei coming up. He is under the... No, he only has an Invisor, not Vendetta. But with the Glyph going up, Sylar is here. Sylar does have his ult ready to go, I do believe. And with Shadow Demon up here, might be a bit tougher to push here, but Kabu does have Reverse Polarity ready to go if he needs it. And they're still applying a little bit of pressure. Catapult doing what damage it can, but on the bottom lane, DDC still trying to get a couple of items down here. Is he the one going for mech? Not 100% sure quite yet. Let's see. Xiaowei does not look like he is. Who is going for mech on this team? Where are you, DD? Not quite. There is a smoke up on DD if they want to use that, but is there 5 top? Yeah, there are 5 top for RattleSnake, so they really want this tower. And with Nature's Prophet and Keeper of the Light, they should get it. So this tower almost certainly go down without Glyph now. And yeah, they're just gonna let it go. It seems they might try to counter-initiate after the tower goes down, but they really don't have a way to save it right now. Yeah, this tower's very dead. And last hit will go to Keeper of the Light, so some nice money for him. As I move things around on the desk. And yeah, so 1-1 with the towers, but the kill still in favor of LGD. Let's take a quick look at the graphs. Gold earned. No surprise, 4K advantage for LGD, and this early in the game, 4K is a pretty big deal. And on the side of experience, almost a 4K deficit as well. So, looking pretty good for LGD so far. And yeah, it's just with the jungle Doom, your lanes can be a lot weaker. That's been a problem. Vendetta, just gonna take out Lana, easy peasy. Big kill for Xiaowei. So. And yeah, taking that Batrider out, looking at his items. Where are you at, Bat? Yeah, that sets him back. He needs that Blink Dagger really, really badly, and losing that gold is not good. So that's very unfortunate for him. And Sylar has moved down to the bottom lane to get some farm. With that top tower gone, it's a bit safer to farm down here. So no surprise there. Perseverance done and 900 gold in the bank, so getting closer and closer to that Battle Fury. And looks like RattleSnake looking to fight mid. RP was not used before, but even if it was, I think it might have been up again anyway. But Kabu does have a haste ring, well, not anymore, they just wear off. But he has RP ready to go if they do want to fight, but it's a dangerous team to engage into, because if you try to initiate on them, I mean, you can get instant disrupted, instant impaled, and then after that, Mana Burn comes out. Soul Assumption is a really nice counter initiate as well. Immediate damage back in the face of the opponent, and if Queen of Pain doesn't get hit by that RP, she can do a serious bit of damage as well. Oh, looks like Sylar's in a lot of trouble. He does get doomed. Lasso going to be used, and Sylar is pretty dead here. And this is a nice kill. But looks like Icy might go down here as well. Mana Burn, Impale, Vendetta all used, so there is a counter kill. But Sylar going down is a bit more important than losing that Nature's Prophet, who hasn't gotten off to the best start. He has his tread. He has the gold for tread, so he can probably finish that when he does respawn. But getting the kill in the enemy mage very important. Now let's take a look at his gold now after he did die, and didn't lose that much. It looks like 300 gold down the drain, but delaying that Battle Fury as much as they can, which is nice. But that enemy mage has had pretty much all the space he just wanted up until this point in the game, so still should do okay. Kabu has his arcane boots. We'll look to complete that Blink Dagger as well. He's still a good ways away, another 1,500 gold at least. And Batrider getting closer as well, only about 1,000 gold for him, but he's find that farm somewhere. And well, with Batrider, being a pretty squishy hero if he gets caught off guard. With Vendetta and a smoked up DD, I mean, they can kill this Bat Rider whenever they want. Vendetta coming off cooldown in a couple seconds here, and I expect Xiaowei to use it almost immediately to try and go for that Bat Rider. Well, next to this catapult, he doesn't really want to go into Vendetta right there, so probably wait to try and take that thing out first. And get that money as well. And, well, let's see where that next Vendetta target is. Kabu trying to find some farm top, and yeah, he really wants to kind of just stay out of the fights until he really has to. Maybe like keeping in a towers if he really needs to, but he needs to find that farm and get that Blink Dagger to be truly effective here. He's still a long way off, so he needs to find some uncontested farm and just utilize that as long as he can. H Prophet chilling out over here, just TPing to get that ward in, so nice ward spot there for him. Can also try to catch up people who maybe are trying to grab this jungle camp. You can just TP right in and just be a massive pain in the butt. But Blink Dagger complete on Nyx Assassin, so he gets the Arcane Boots and Blink finish before either Bat Rider or Magnus can. And, well, this could be a really good initiation as well, or counter-initiate on the side of LGD, so looks like we'll leave Vendetta up here and go for maybe a kill on the Doom. He's waiting for something. He's waiting to potentially maybe counter-initiate if they go for Anti-Mage again. They're really trying to protect his Anti-Mage and get his Battle Fury up here as soon as they can. He can almost afford that Claymore, so about 1.2k off getting that Battle Fury. And how is DDC actually, DD doing on the mech? He went for Urn first, so the mech is a decent way off for LGD. Not going to have a very quick one, whereas Keeper the Light probably should have one not too distant future. But in the meantime, Vendetta gank, Doom. Goodbye Luo, my friend. Oh, good to see the Doom actually used on Nyx Assassin. Good to see a TP reaction from Magnus. No, Bat Rider, sorry. Got my colors wrong. But, I mean, Doom will go down again. And Doom is just not having a fun time. I mean, the only real defense he has is dooming a hero, but against a 3-man gank, that leaves 2 heroes who can still cast spells on you. So Doom not having the easiest time, and his farm reflects that now. He is the highest farmer on his team, but he's still behind the Nyx Assassin as far as farm goes. And I mean, you can see from the net worth chart that Queen of Pain and Anti-Mage leading the way here is a really good sign for LGD. And I mean, just who's going to carry for Rising Stars in the late game right now? It's just Nature's Prophet can do right-click damage, but he's been killed a number of times. Hasn't gotten the farm that he needs. Doesn't have that Midas for that extra income. Neither him or Doom have the Midas. They wanted to do to push and maybe do some damage early game with Keeper the Light, Nature's Prophet, and Magnus to help with the team fights and get pickoffs in the Bat Rider as well. Basically, pick and push was their strategy, but they've been the ones getting picked by the Nyx Assassin, who's basically completely disrupted their game. And if you take a look at the scoreboard, I mean, 1-0-4. Xiaowei has done his job. He's been involved in 5 of the 6 kills. He's been directing the game like he's supposed to. So, very well done by him. And so far, he's the MVP. And, I mean, LG's in a really nice spot. Sylar's able to farm pretty much at will. About 400 gold, and he has to complete a Battle Fury. And that'll be done really soon here. So, looks like they're going to go for the last set on Sylar, though. And if they can actually get a kill here, that's absolutely huge. You can use the solo RP on him as well. So that's a kill. And he did buy the Claymore, so but it does delay his Battle Fury by about 300 gold. So a nice kill there, but they had, I mean, you saw what had to happen. They had to use 2 of their big ultimates on him to get that kill, and well, Keeper the Light gets picked off mid. You can't hang around when there's a Nyx Assassin and Queen of Pain that can pick you off in a matter of seconds. Keeper's gonna have a very tough time in this game. He'll probably get picked off at the start of almost every fight, just because he can't stand up to the AoE at Queen of Pain. Never mind single target damage from someone like Xiaowei or DDC. He can just get blown up immediately. And this middle tower is in a lot of trouble here. With no RP, I mean, what's going to stop them? Both the ults were just used. There's no lasso. Oh, and actually, the Spike Carapace. Xiaowei trying to get that after Spike Carapacing on the shockwaves. Nice reactions there. And, well, they're moving into the jungle, and Doom needs to get out of here. And mosey right on out. And, well, Icy trying to get some farm as well. He does have finished treads on the Courier, I hope, now. Oh, he actually just finished a Hand of Midas instead, so, well, this is an 18-minute Hand of Midas, and at this point, I mean, it's a little too late, because right now, I mean, LGD can just wreck at this point in time. I mean, he's gonna be so far, even with the Midas, he's gonna be so far behind Sylar and farm regardless. So the Queen of Pain is just absolutely fed right now. Orchid is already done on Queen of Pain. I didn't even point that out, and that is a huge deal. If you get a silence on the Mag or the Doom before they get their big spells off, that's big. That's really awesome. And also, I mean, silencing the Bat Rider would be pretty good as well. So Yao is that orc is going to absolutely wreak havoc on the side of RattleSnake. But we do see a bit of a push down here bottom. Lanham does have his lasso back up, and the blink is now ready. Icy pushing with the treants as well. Doom is up as well, so they can maybe look for a fight here if they want. Magnus is out of position though, so they can't really take that big of a fight. His RP's off cooldown in 10 seconds though, so maybe he can look for something there as well. But the push bottom, well, nothing really going to happen here. Yao going to clean it up with the Scream of Pain. Get some nice little farm here for himself. Some for DDC as well, with the Visage Birds. Where's my Shadow Demon buddy at? He's up here trying to get some farm up. And yeah, Mechanism, it's not really in the books here for LGD, it looks like, in any time in the near future. Unless the Nyx Assassin decides to farm it up. I don't think that's really the best thing to do, but he could if he wanted to. But they're looking for a kill top. Doom is dead. Bye, buddy. Yeah. He slow catchered up and absolutely wrecked. But they used the Purge as well. They did. They really wanted to kill that Doom. And yeah, that Doom is like... That Doom is your carry hope for the game if you're RattleSnake. But he can't find anywhere to farm. With the towers down already for LGD, they took down the middle and bottom tier 1s. And looks like they're going to go for the tier 1 top as well. I mean, where does Doom go to farm? His jungle won't be safe anymore. There's always the threat of smoke and also the Nyx Assassin Vendetta. He can't really go anywhere. He's in a really tough situation. I mean, and Icy gonna have a bit of an easier time trying to find some farm, but I mean his farm is really delayed so far, so you really can't split push the way you'd like to. The Shadow Blade's a long way off if he wants to go for that for a little bit of safety. Basically any item is a long way off for Icy. The Hand of Midas should help, but it's just so late it won't have much of an impact at this point in time.
Strength renewed and purpose with it.
And well, we see Lanham Fireflight up, firing out some random sticky napalm, maybe looking for a target here, but not going to find a whole lot, just going to try and farm his camps instead. And he's a gem up on him as well, so that's basically just the Nyx Assassin has become such a threat that they really need to know where he is at all points in time. But I'm just not even sure that the gem is just, it's going to be so hard to keep that up. I mean, he's decently tanky, 100, he's got the Tranquil Boots for a little bit of armor and 1100 HP. That's not great. Nyx can blow that up in a matter of seconds, especially if Queen of Pain gets involved as well. That's a very dead Bat Rider, and that gem's on the ground.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And well, Treant's gonna try and push in here, and this tower's definitely going to deny range. And let's see if they do get the deny here. Vendetta onto one of the Treants, and they will get the deny. So that's much needed gold for the side of RattleSnake down the drain. But on the positive side, that's all three tier 1s, sorry, down the drain for LGD. So RattleSnake does have the not slight tower lead. They're even on towers, but I mean, the kills and experience and farm have just been way more on the side of LGD. I mean, Queen of Pain, and look at these last hit counts: 138, 145 for the two primary cores of LGD. 85 on the Bat Rider is the max farm for RattleSnake, and that is not where you want to be at any point in time. I want to take a look at the Nyx Assassin board again. 7 out of 8 kills. Shadow 8 has been involved. And he's just so strong right now. The only kill he wasn't involved in was the pick off top with the Anti-Mage and Visage killing off that Magnus. I do believe that was the only one that Shadow 8 was not present for, but other than that, he's been there. And like, they don't need the whole team. They can just bring a couple heroes. Now that Nyx has this massive head start with levels, he can wreck pretty much anyone on the side of RattleSnake in a matter of seconds, with the exception of maybe Magnus. But other than that, I mean, you've seen what happens to the Doom. Keeper of the Light dies so fast. Nature's Prophet is really squishy. Taking a look at him, with the Power Treads, up to 948 health, and that's on strength. So, not particularly great. Trying to farm some Ancients to catch up, and nice little stack here should give him a fair bit of money. And, well, he has 18k, 1800 in the bank, so let's see what he wants to get for that. Orchid might be on the way for him as well, potentially, because, I mean, a little bit of attack speed, some right-click damage, and that mana regen could be really nice for him. But, I mean, there's a lot of items they need. They need more right-click damage, like a Desolator could be okay, but, I mean, you need Shadowblade to survive. He has a lot of options, and they're all decent, but he needs more than one item to make an impact in this game. Basically, if he gets a Shadowblade, he'll survive. If he gets an Orchid, he can silence. If he gets the Sheepstick, he can disable. If he gets Desolator, he can damage and reduce armor. But with any one of those, I mean, he'll just be either dead or ineffective in fights. Like, he needs more than that to help contribute here, because Doom doesn't bring anything. He has the Shadowblade, pretty much, and the Doom, and that's about it. The right click is not there. He doesn't have items other than the Shadow Blade for some damage, and it does have pretty good stats for the damage and attack speed, but it's mostly for the survivability at this point. And we're gonna see a smoke up from RattleSnake, so let's see if they can find a pick off in a good fight here. If they can get a good initiate with RP, that's the thing with this hero lineup. If you just find a good RP, you can win a fight. But it's gonna take a really good one. It has to catch all of LGD in it pretty much, because all of them are threats right now. If you take a look at, let's see, where are you? Anti-Mage, well, actually, next assassin is just gonna get solo kill and just profit. I mean, like I said, that's just gonna happen, possibly. But Sylar are gonna get caught out. Flaming Lasso, Illuminate Blast, RP, not used yet. Sylar will go down, though. That's a really nice kill. Solo RP used on DDC, but here comes Yao. Here comes the Cavalry. Silence on to Kabu. Kabu will go down to the next assassin and the Queen of Pain. Moving in. Firefly doing what he can. And the ult blast through. Lineup should go down here. He almost certainly will. Doom on the run. And Shadow even gonna get the pick off and keep her alive as well. So, I mean, they get Sylar, but at what cost? They lose their entire team to the counter initiate from LGD. Yao and Xiao 8, I combined the two things. Just, that counter initiate is so good. There's no BKBs in sight for Rising Stars. And until they get those, Yao is just going to wreak havoc on their team. The silence on the mag. Scythe of Vice on the way for him as well with the ultimate orb already up. It could potentially be a Linken's, but it's almost certainly going to be Scythe of Vice for that additional disable. And God, it's going to be so hard to deal with this team right now. We just saw, they had to spend everything to kill Sylar. I mean, Lasso, and the RP was kind of used in a really poor situation. He caught the Visage, and the Visage didn't even die. Like, that was a pretty poor RP. It was pretty clear Sylar was going to die. And I think it was an RP to secure that kill, potentially, if he managed to not die to the other spells. But instead, he just throws RP away on only Visage, allowing Yao and Nyx complete free reign in that fight. And, I mean, the net worth of Queen of Pain skyrocketing. Ultimate Orb, it's going to be so hard to kill her now. And, well, 900... I'm trying to do math in my head. It's really hard. You need 3,000 and... 600 gold? Yeah, 3,000? No, less than that. Like 3,500, 3,600 gold for that Scythe of Eyes, and it's, well, it's nearly done here for Yao. Once she gets that, I mean, she can get solo pickoffs all over the place and just absolutely wrecking his team fights, so... Yeah, this Queen of Pain is getting ridiculously scary. Nyx Assassin in the same vein. I mean, he has drums now, so he's even tankier, movement speed buff. He's going to be really strong. Once again, Kabu and Icy teaming up to try and get some Ancients, try to get some extra money where they can. I mean, looking at Icy, I mean, he's got the Ultimate Orb, so he's looking for that Scythe of Vice, but, I mean, even if you get that off in a team fight, he's still going to get blown up by one of the other two core heroes, whichever one he doesn't disable. And Kabu, I mean, he just does not have much to fall back on. He has his core items that needs to really be effective, but he needs to be tankier. The Stout Shield doesn't really do anything at this point in time, because Yao just blows him up and silences you. He needs something like a BKB for some tankiness and magic immunity, or what else? Maybe even a Drums if their team doesn't have one yet. Mech is done on Sagam, which is a nice advantage that they have. I do not believe Mech is done on the side of LGD. Nope, I lied. DDC managed to pick one up, so... Well, they don't even have that advantage. And yeah, DDC is pretty farmed. Arcane Boots, Magic Wand, Mechanism looking pretty good, and DD has the Urn as well. So... Treants, free money here for LGD. Delicious trees. And, I mean, RattleSnake, what can they do? They're forced to farm as like a team of 4 and leave Icy to his own devices. And we'll see what LGD decide to do next. The side device is now done on Queen of Pain, so she is an absolute terror. And can basically pick off anyone she wants to. Xiaoi can move up under the cover of Vendetta, maybe looking for Icy here, but Icy isn't on the tower and sending Treants forward to try and get kills here. Xiaoi can sit the edge here. And we'll see what he can do. With the Blink, he could potentially initiate on that Nature's Prophet and pick him off, but not going to risk it quite yet. And yeah, Bad Rider trying to farm up as best he can, but the thing is, this Doom just still is not effective. Has a Bracer up, maybe going to go for Drums himself and go for that kind of race car build on the Doom, which is really effective in the current patch because of the Aghanims buff, but if you get that Aghanims up. But in this, it's just kind of basically trying to just stay in the fights, stay on people and bash on them, hurt them with Scorched Earth and things like that. But well, I mean, he doesn't have hard carry items right now, and he's not going to be there anytime soon. And same goes for Icy; they just have no right click. Oh, Lasso going to be used on Xiao 8. And are they going to skewer him back? Yes, they will. Magnus, is he going to RP? Nope. Sprout around Xiaowei as well, taking a lot of damage. Xiaowei will go down, but once again, everything pretty much used on him. But that is the initiation, primarily for LGD. So taking out that Nyx Assassin is actually a nice pickoff for RattleSnake. Forced to use the lasso, but that's a good lasso target to take out, and it basically ruins LGD's ability to fight for about 40 seconds until that Nyx does get back. So a nice pickup there from RattleSnake, and they'll have to do that. The thing is, they have to do that and then win a team fight. They can't just like get that pick off and then pull back, because Sylar's going to outcarry them. There's no question about it. He's anti-mage, they have nothing else like that. But he has a completed Manta and Battle Fury. We'll have to see what he does go for next. Whether it's something maybe like a butterfly, potentially. I think that's probably the best option here. Both teams conglomerating around Roshan, and neither team really comfortable enough to really go in and try for that right now. But LG heading towards mid. And this is a position they can be in. They can just pressure towers and let Sylar farm the enemy jungle, things like that. And that denies the farm of the opponent, completely shutting them off, forcing them to play defensively while at the same time getting farm for Sylar. So. And once this next creep wave gets here, they're going to start bashing on this tower just a bit. Going to Manta up to apply some extra damage. And, well, they need to act, and they can stay split up until this RP comes in. There's going to be a skewer back. RP yet, no. Flaming Lasso, though, on Sylar. Doom as well. Everything being used as a Sylar, so Yao going to come right in, blow everybody up. Xiaowei coming in as well. Queen of Pain picks off the Magnus. Instant buyback from Magnus. Doom will go down. Icy going to try and TP out, but not quite enough damage. Doom's still on Sylar, but it will fade off. So 2 kills. Actually, 3 kills and then the buyback, because we did lose Nature's Prophet there as well. A double kill for Yao, I do believe. Yep, and that's a tier 2 tower. And they can go back and take Roshan potential here with Doom and Nature's Prophet down. That's all of their right click. And yeah, Roshan going to go down here, and this makes the life even harder for RattleSnake. And there's the GG. Yeah, I don't blame them for this at all. They have no way back in this game with an anti-mage, with an Aegis on the floor. So GG going to be called by by RattleSnake. So a dominating performance by LGD, and this is the experienced team that you expect, with Xiaowei leading the charge, absolutely dictating the pace of the game brilliantly, and mid lane Nyx is one of the best heroes to do that with, and really fits Xiaowei's styles. So didn't get his typical and traditional Beastmaster, but getting a Nyx Assassin, which is almost better, to be honest. And he played the hero near perfectly. He was involved in 11 kills out of the 15 that there was, and almost all of those were in like the laning and sort of like early mid-game stage, where he's trying to just dictate the pace and get pickoffs all over the map, picks and towers, stuff like that, and giving the anti-mage space to work with, and he did that brilliantly. So MVP definitely Xiaowei, and shout out to Yao as well. 5-0-3, did really well, did a lot of damage in those team fights, and basically whenever RattleSnake tried to use their team fight, the Flaming Lasso pickoff, the Doom, and the RP, it was Yao who led the charge as far as dealing all that damage and keeping those team fights down. Sylar, kind of a distraction, but they had to kill Sylar. They could not let him farm. And, well, by using all that on anti-mage, they left Nyx Assassin, Queen of Pain free to roam. So, very well played by LGD. So, that's game number 1 of the series. I'll probably jump into game number 2 and game number 3 as well. So, please do check those videos out as well. This is once again Don Horatio, and thank you for watching. Please stay tuned and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.